This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, Don't mistake the new me for the old me. They can't stop me now, I'm with the home team. No beginner, I'm a winner. Took a couple losses, now I'm cooking, let me simmer. Yeah, tunnel vision, all I see is win, 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 win. This my city section where you been. We move faster alone, but go further together. We can weather any weather forever. A dream team, I done seen things. Confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team out here celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, Forget the things you probably thought you knew. A new day is approaching, turn the gray skies into blue. I grew up on these same blocks, school of hard knocks. Had to get it on a hard top, took the hard shots, but we made it. Anticipated, highly decorated. The whole team is winning, celebrated. The victory is all mine, and everything is alright. And you know how to see things, confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team out here celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like,
All right, what up, though, y'all? Welcome back to Spike Kool-Aid. I'm feeling some type of way today. You can see it from my facial expressions, man. I'm feeling some type of way. It is, let me see, the practice report came out. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of September. We got a game in a few days. I'm excited about that. Shout out to everybody that has sent me something. Practice report, Trevor Nowalski, Sione Vaki, Isaac Tesla is ill, and Coyote Awasika is a shoulder injury. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Got some good news yesterday. Your main man, Nick, remember Touchdown Detroit Lions was hosted on Tuesdays. He actually was very tied up at his job. Well, now he is going to be available again, so that is going to resume, I would assume, as early as possible. Shout out to the people in the comment section. Malachi Braylon, what up? Jay, what's up? Sleepy, Fave, Kaylin, what up? Kiera, what's up? Says football is back. Absolutely. Patrick says being a Lions fan sucks, but I'm not abandoning my favorite team. Absolutely. Perry says still complaining about Smith. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to put you in a nice big old time out and let you get your life together. Because I don't know what you're talking about. David says, man, I'm upset about that interview. Dave, I still got to listen to your message. It's been a busy couple of hours. Raw Detroit, what up, though? What up, man? Run DC, what up? Will, what's up, Ones? What's up, Alto? What's going on? All right, we going to get straight to it. So I've been running Lion Syndicate for 4 seasons. Matter of fact, our anniversary will be in about 6 weeks, October 27th. If you've been around me, like Raw Detroit, he's been around, it's been a minute. It's been like 7-8 years. He was one of the first ones to see me back in the day. You found me on a rant video. I've always been one to speak my mind about the Detroit Lions. And to be honest with you, that's what sets myself and other creators. There's only a handful of creators that's willing to push back a little bit when it comes to the team, right? A lot of people want to take us, say, well, look where we came from. You want us to go back to Matt Patricia? Of course not. It's a dumb comment. But at the same time, it's not a lot of people that are willing to push back and keep it real. And I'm one of those people. I know Raw Detroit, one of them people as well. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I think being from the D creates a little bit of difference when it comes to how we approach our team. I think, and this is no disrespect, but I think sometimes if you're outside of the city or you're not from the city, that you look a little different. This team means a lot to us. We want to win. And no matter where you are, winning is what matters, right? So everybody knows by now that the Detroit Lions, and we'll make a segment about this, but as you're coming in here, the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell he had his weekly interview with Stoney and Jensen and said that we're good when it comes to Zadarius Smith. And it's very disappointing. I have a lot of stuff to say, but we're going to get right into it. Malachi says he ain't signing. To be honest, Smith was not going to re-sign. Looks like he's enjoying retirement. Okay, so he does not. Hey, shout out Fave. He did not retire, Will. He didn't retire. Let me see. I heard they're getting Trey Hendrickson anyway. Any truth to this? That would be no truth at all. BTC, where that, bro, you almost made me use profanity. And I don't even use profanity, bro. Where in the world did you hear that from? Because whoever said that either has to have a source or needs to be put off the platform, like 100%. I don't know where you would hear that from. All right, so let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. She shot about, yeah. She about to make a diss track. We need a win on Sunday. BTA, what are you talking? Well, wait. He might have heard something from somewhere, but let's get into it. All right, so you might have heard by now that Zadarius Smith, there's been a lot of talk. This guy has not been on our team. Check this out. For now, what has been almost 6 months. The Lions cut him at the end of the season. It was right before training camp, and they cut him. So it's been 6 to 7 months. Traded for him at the trade deadline. Brad Holmes said he was the best available pass rusher. And I don't know about y'all, but when Brad Holmes, and listen, I told y'all this is going to be a real divisive year for the Detroit Lions, and some decisions are going to have to be made. But this is a lot about this team is going to be seen this year. A lot about can Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes as a team take us all the way. And I think this is the year that we're going to see where we're going. It's not the end all be all, but it's going to give us a good idea. Here's what I mean. We wind up when you talk to Brad Holmes specifically about the pass rush, he gets chippy. He gets irritated. It's like talking to a baby asking for a sucker back. Can I have? No, I don't want to share with you. That's how it is asking for when it comes to Brad Holmes and the pass rush. Now, I like the man. He's done a lot for our football team, but his job ain't finished yet. He's not done. And until you bring me a Lombardi trophy, okay, that's when you get all the respect from me. But what is this whole rant about? Well, I'll show you. Here's Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell in front of the media via the phone, right? Tuesdays, Stoney and Jensen. Here's what he had to say about Zadarius Smith and where he stands with the team right now.
Brad Holmes gets asked about the edge position a lot, and we asked you about the edge last year on the deadline. You add Zadarius Smith, and it looked like he gave you guys a boost. What's the best explanation for why you guys didn't bring him back for this season?
Well, we're good right now. I mean, we're pretty good here. We got Davenport. We got good depth. I like what we got interior, too. We got a lot of flexibility. We're sitting pretty good right now, so we're ready to go, man.
And that's what Dan Campbell, listen, I'm going to keep it a bug, man. Dan Campbell doesn't bother me. He is the subsidiary to general manager Brad Holmes, or the person below him. I don't know if I said that word right, but whatever. The person below him. He is the person below him. Brad is the manager. He's the employee. That's how that works. Sheila on top of everybody. We're good. We are good. We are good. That's where we're at. Now, Dan is going to do what Dan does. He's going to take all the bullets. He's going to say what needs to be said. He's not going to throw anybody under the bus. We've already had that conversation. But we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. So the Lions think that they're good. Let me show you something, because I think that this is very telling about how someone else feels. This is coming from Cash Dials, and that's the wrong one. It doesn't matter, though. Both channels are mine. The Cash Dial said right here, hey, coach, we good. We good. All right? Meaning you good, we good. We ain't thinking about you either, right? That's where we at. Rocking the Zadarius Smith jersey. And if you go through and you look, she was really trying to get this man back. Rocking the jersey in the current Detroit, let me not play it. The current Detroit Lions uniform, okay? I got a problem with this, y'all. I got a problem with this. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Marcus Davenport. When was the last time he played a full season. He's never played a full season. When was the last time Zadarius Smith played a full season? Last year. How do you trade for a guy and you have him under contract? Then you have the audacity to say he costs too much when he performed for you. Do you know, because everybody who watches me knows this, Aiden Hutchinson, who left the team in October, led the team in sacks by the end of the season. Why? Because Marcus Davenport, the man that they're good on, that they're good with, Marcus Davenport was out after he got his little measly half a sack. Ladies and gentlemen, who led the team after Hutch went out in sacks? Zadarius Smith. Who got here in mid-November? Zadarius Smith. He had 9 total on the season, spread for 2 teams, and we're good with Marcus Davenport. This, to me, is a tragedy. And if I'm Zadarius Smith, it ain't no way I step foot back in Detroit unless, A, you're throwing me a bag, B, my girl want me to come back. That's it. If my girl wants me to stay here enough, that's the only way I put on a Lions uniform again. I'm gonna keep it above. I'm gonna use a word. I'm gonna use another D word. I'm beyond disappointed. I'm disgusted. Oh, well, Derek, you don't watch this team every day. You don't need to watch the team every day to know that Marcus Davenport hasn't been healthy ever in his career. You don't need to. Let me tell y'all this. Okay, let's do this because I want all you Davenport fanatics out there. Let's look at this. He was a bum when we signed him. Let me type it in. Okay? And it ain't no chill with me. There's none. A lot of Lions creators you can watch that want to squawk it up and all that stuff. I don't care nothing about. I'm sick to death of all these talking heads, man. All these people that claim to be fans and everything that they do is great. Everything the Lions do. We're trying to win the Super Bowl, bro. We're not trying to win divisions no more. We've already done that. Check this out. Y'all ready for this? This is gonna blow your mind. This is the man that they got all this faith in. Let's look. All right, now how do you combat this? Has he ever played a full season, ladies and gentlemen? No. A full season is 17 games or 16 games. In a 16-game season, he has never played a full season. His best year, game-wise, look at what he did. This is the most he's done. He played the most games in his career, but statistically had the second worst statistics sack-wise in his career. He had one outlier year of 9 sacks, and this was the year after Trey Hendrickson left. I'm trying to understand, how do you see we're good from this? How do you see we're good? So let me get this straight. Marcus Davenport, coming off his best season, game-wise, has his second worst sack-wise. He signs with the Minnesota Vikings. Oops. Plays 4 games. Signs with the Detroit Lions. Oops. Plays another 2. And then we're supposed to be good with this guy. Either 2 things are going to happen. He's either going to ball or he's not. He's going to ball, he's going to fall, or he's going to be all right. It's one of the 3. Ball, fall, or all right. Every one of these years, these years, all right. He all right. He all right here. He all right here. Outlier season, he in. What is this? This is who we got faith at, right? Now, for the sake of conversation, let's go a little bit further here and type in a dude that we decided to trade for and cut. I am feeling some type of way, bro. A lot of squawking creators out there that all they do is just talk. All they care about, I don't know what they care about. I don't know how you can call yourself a fan of the team and everything they do is okay. Especially if you make content. I mean, if you paying all your money to go down, travel to games and stuff, then okay, I see that. But we cut this guy after we traded for this guy. Like, what are we doing? What is this? ESPN acting dumb. Hold on. Zadarius Smith. Let's pull up his stats. And I'm going to be real. At this point, go to the Bears. Why not? Ben Johnson tried to steal Johnny Morton. We just found that out. Go to the Bears, bro. For what? Why? Why not? Complete your NFC North revenge tour. So let me get this straight. Look. So this is last season. Over 2 teams. Look at this man's career. Now, I'm not saying he Hutch. I'm not saying he even Trey Hendrickson. Look, what are we doing? Look at all of these names, all of these seasons, all of these teams. Look at this. 16-game season, 16-game season, 16-game season. This, he had a back injury or something like that, fell out with Green Bay, missed one game, missed no games. So out of 3 seasons, he missed 2 games. And this is the man that we, quote, are good on for a bum of a dude. Anyway, look, that's 100% how I feel. This is, and we're going to see how he going to ball, fall, or be all right. Put in the comment section, which one you think he going to do? He going to ball, he going to fall, or he going to be all right? Fall mean that you injured. Come on, man. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, I'm feeling some type of way. Let me pull up, man. This irritates me. Where we at? I missed a lot of comments. Okay, let me see. Crazy decision from Brad Holmes. Insurance policy. I'm in Wisconsin yelling FTP. Syndicate Board Sports Detroit says, bro, tell me the truth. What the heck makes people think the Packers are favorites above Detroit after the Micah Parsons trade? I think, honestly, it's because that second game of the season, like the Packers have always been a problem with us. And even though we took care of them the first game when it was raining and stuff like that, they took us down to the wire. We had to beat them, in OT at Ford Field. So the Packers, for decades, Aaron Rodgers, what's his name? Brett Favre. And if they had a better quarterback, they might be a bigger threat. But the Packers are a well-run organization for the most part. They got 1 Super Bowl, but they, as far as under, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre and stuff like that, I think, Brett got 1, right? And Aaron got 1, something like that. So they're a well-run organization for the most part. And so you make a move like Micah Parsons and they think it, but as far as this year, I don't think so. But perhaps in the future, absolutely. Who cares about what cash doll she needs to stay in her place? Daquan, he does. So what are we talking about? Honestly, Dan has to say that. How would it look if he didn't show confidence in his guys? He could have said, we would love to have him on this team, yada, yada, yada. I mean, we're good is what I'm talking about. You don't, and especially Kira, here's the thing. This whole thing, and from what I've been told by alleged family members of Zadarius, somebody, I guess it's okay to talk about now. Somebody actually DM'd me, said that they were related to, it was one of the two. I don't want to say which one it was, and why Zadarius Smith wasn't coming back. So there's a way, absolutely, that Coach. But I'm not even putting this on Coach. I'm putting this on Brad Holmes. That's what my focus is on. Brad Holmes. Would like to see him after game 1. Let me see. They ain't good because if we were, he'd be on a team. Okay, so Daquan, here's my pushback with that. Zadarius Smith has some say so too, right? Don't you get to choose what job you take? You get 5 different calls. Trust me, teams are calling about him. He is controlling this. Because what I think happened, he was holding out hope. Now you're going to see him sign somewhere. You're going to see him sign somewhere. Cash Dow might be like, look, we good. They good. We good. Go do your thing, boo. I'm just telling you. Trust me, Zadarius Smith got offers. He got offers. He wanted to stay here, and I think that's done. Can't let the wives and girlfriends run the team. Too much of a distraction. We good for 3 weeks. Davenport sucks. We'll see how things look after the first couple of weeks, but the team don't need all this drama over one player. I don't think it's drama. It's just the facts is this, Kira, right? Marcus Davenport, there's no denying that you could. Okay, so there's no denying that Marcus Davenport hasn't played a full season, right? There's no denying that he has come, like you can't argue with. I'm not saying you, but a person can't argue the production, right? So I don't think it's drama at all. I just think it's like, what are we doing? Because this is what I was trying to tell creators. I was trying to tell Lions fans last week. We could just go sign Zadarius Smith. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And then Brad Holmes shut the door last week when he said we haven't talked to him. That was it. What did he do in the playoffs for us? What did anybody, Daquan, seriously, bro? Seriously? Look, listen, I'm not doing this with you, bro. What did he do in the playoffs? What did the team do? The entire squad let us down. What are we talking about, man? He was literally what did he do in the playoffs? What did the whole team, what did Ben Johnson do? What did Dan Campbell do? What is that? What are we talking about? What did he do for us after Hutch went down, bro? We can't be serious. What up, Walt? What's good with you? I need to catch up. Let me catch up. I'm way behind. History shows fall. For the hits, you're wrong in your feelings, my guy. Hold on. What'd he say? Speak Life is Davenport of YouTube. Who is Speak Life? Who's Speak Life? Who is Speak Life? I'll be surprised if Rose plays more than 5 games. So here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this. So I'm thinking about if Marcus Davenport, and this is early, I got to make a decision in the next 2 days. I'm thinking about if Davenport needs, he needs at least 10 sacks, and he needs to play. Because if you, somebody who real quick at math, I need you to go and average out Marcus Davenport's games. So I think you would divide the number of games by the number of years and tell me what you come up with, because I don't have time to do that. Wait, who's the Davenport? Who is Speak Life? And who's the Davenport of YouTube? Sif, I hope he does ball up and prove us wrong, but facts matter. Yeah. Let me see. Where we at? This is why I rock with you, Derek. Always keep it real. Brad is going to be the one that keeps us from going over the top. After the day, this organization makes me scratch my head. You know what I think? Too? I think like the honeymoon period is starting to be over, right? Dan Campbell came in, and don't get me wrong, I love Dan Campbell, and I will criticize him when the need come. If the stupid fourth downs, like we're accustomed to doing that, and we're pretty good at it. We got the best conversion. We either go for it the most, but I don't think we had the best conversion in the league. But I get it. The defense sucked, right? Dan Campbell would probably do it if the defense was good anyway. That's who he is. And when he takes the blame, like in the NFC Championship game, there's some blame that goes his way. Sometimes you got to kick the field goal, bruh. So even last season, you got to take the points. Sometimes you got to do it. And when that time comes, I'm going to be on his head. But for the most part, like the honeymoon period is over. It's over. We are a Super Bowl contender. How long are we going to be that? I asked you guys this last week. Are you going to, if you were the Buffalo Bills, if you were a Buffalo Bill fan, would you be content right now? The most content person on Buffalo is Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? And you all know why that is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you a Buffalo Bill fan, are you content? If you a San Francisco 49er fan, are you content? And for us, being Detroit Lions fans, we have no hardware past 1957. So we shouldn't be content with anything except a Lombardi trophy. That's it, right? Good riddance on pass rush. Zadarius. Okay. Oh, Speak Life. Who is this dude? Disappeared after the first game. He played for the Lions. That is not true. He actually helped. He actually got the game sealing sack when it came to the Chicago Bears. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? I'm very curious to see who Z signs with. So am I. Very disappointed. Coach said that. Pretty sure he's not going to contradict chain of command, though. Does he really believe it? That's a question. I hope I'm wrong, straight wrong, but for all us, but facts and straight matter, we have Davenport and Wheat as backups is crazy. Okay. So no. Okay. So no, what I'm saying is I need an average. Give me the median of games. So how many games, if you divide the games that Marcus has played and the number of seasons, then how many games would that be? Derek, how many games does Davenport need to be healthy? Run DC, I don't know. We're trying to figure that out now. I forgot about Kaminsky. What happened to him? Kaminsky unofficially retired, boo. He gone. Not concerned with the pass rush. We have plenty of guys who filled in last year that can complement Hutch. Okay, Art. I mean, what are you basing this on? What are you basing this on, bro? Okay, because let me ask you something. Who led the team in sacks after Hutch went down? Who led the team in sacks after Hutch went down? The only difference that we have is of those people is a healthy Marcus Davenport and the guys we picked up from the practice squad that we claimed off waivers. Jadavian, okay, let me look up this right now because I looked on Spot Track. It does not say Jadeveon Clowney is available. Then somebody said yesterday he didn't sign with Baltimore. I don't know. I looked on Spot Track. He's not available. Okay. He not playing more than 5 games this season, says David. Davin Bum will be hurt by week 4. Let me see. Okay, so Speak Life. I think Speak Life. Let me see. me see when he, hold on. Okay, so Speak Life is new over here. You've never been here before. So when you come in, you know what? Let me do this. When you come in the chat, you kind of got to ease your way in. You can't come with ridiculous takes because you get, you know what I'm saying? You got to at least take me out to dinner first. You know what I'm saying? You've been here for 3 years. Why have you never commented, bro? Have you been commenting? Okay, Kira says, question. I know they're putting value in Davenport over Zadarius, but do you think they view Muhammad as Z's true replacement? Kira, that's a good question. I don't know. Let me ask you, do you feel that way? Do you feel that way, right? Because if Davenport goes down, I guess it's going to be him. Let me just say this. I was right about James Houston. I was right about James Houston. So Muhammad got most of the sacks last year. You didn't count him toward the clown suit last year because he was listed as an LB. How many did he have, Run? How many did he have? Let me pull him up right now. Okay, Al Qadim had 3. He didn't have more than that, bro. Linebacker or not. Let me see. Let me see what he. Somebody pull that up for me. Because I got to go. Tell me what he had. Houston was useless. Do you consider pressures a legitimate stat or just sacks? I consider sacks. Pressures are great. The Lions had a bunch. And look what that got us. Because a pressure is if you push the quarterback back a yard or some stat like that. So getting the quarterback to the ground is the stat that I care about. Pressures are great. Let me see. I would say maybe Davenport showed something in joint practices or practice period for Brad to trust him not to bring Z back. Okay, so I got you, right? We all can agree that Davenport is a big dude. I saw him in camp. He's a big guy, super strong. That's not the issue. The issue is how healthy can he be? Now, I did bring up the most games he's played in the season was his second worst. It actually was the worst of his career. Because if you look at last year, he played 2 games, had a half a sack. He touched Matthew Stafford down or something like that, right? So if you think about it, the best season of his career game-wise was the worst season statistically, sack-wise. So you believing in Marcus Davenport is one thing. Him staying healthy is another. And by that time, it's going to be too late. He only had 3. Okay, so he only had 3, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so Muhammad had 3. Okay. Zadarius Smith had 4 with us. He had 4 with us. Let me see. To be honest, Davenport play is not a problem. To me, it's can he stay healthy? Daquan, that's the whole point, bro. That's the whole point. If was a 5th, right? If I mean, how many times is that like if? Hey man, if been like, come on, man. That's our pass rush is if, which is crazy because we had a guy, but we gonna go with an if. That's crazy. That's like you leaving your wife for this person over here. Like, come on, you got something good at the crib. What are you talking about? What are we doing? Let me see. That's true. Wait, ZD was the second team in sacks and he had 4. Yeah. Yes, trust me. I know. It was Hutch. Okay, let me see if I can remember. It was Hutch. He was first with 7.5. It was Zadarius Smith with 4. Then you had DJ Reader had 3. I think Anzalone had 3. You had as far as DNs, listed DNs, it was only Hutch and Zadarius Smith. Then you had Muhammad. He was up there. Man, Aleem McNeil. How many did he have? 4? He had somewhere around there. It was something like that. Okay, C. Pool with the donation. Appreciate you, my guy. Says, Lions were 3rd in pressures, 32 in sack conversions last year. Davenport has never been a full-time starter. I don't even care if that's incorrect. I'm going to go with it. But I believe them. The Lions were 3rd in pressures, 32 in sack conversions. So what that means, I'm assuming, is turning a pressure into a sack. And guess who had most of those pressures? Aiden, and then it was, I want to say it was Za'Darius, but somebody said it could have been Pascal. I don't know. Kiera says 80-20 rule, Lions win 20. So no one else had more than 4. No. Fave, Aiden Hutchinson had 7.5. That was it. He had 7.5. No one else had more than 4. And the person who had 4 was Zadarius Smith. And we talking all season long. And Zadarius Smith, let's not forget about the 5 he had in Cleveland. This is ridiculous to me. Pressures don't mean anything unless it results in a negative play. Z wants a multi-year contract. People, we have way too many free agents coming to consider Zadarius Smith. Okay, but who says, speak life, that he has to break the bank? Because I'm sure he's not asking to break the bank. And even if he is asking for some security, I mean, okay, all right. You think we signing all them people? All of them are not. One of these people will not return. Branch, J-Mo, Campbell. I'm going to put these, okay, I'm not even going to put him in the conversation. Branch, J-Mo, Campbell, Laporta. One of them is not coming back because Jahmyr Gibbs is coming back. One of those 4 people at least is not returning. I just said he should break the bank. I said he should get his money. That's what I said. He should get his money. That's what I said. Al-Qadim Muhammad had better productive than Marcus Davenport. Derek, he should be someone who we'd be able to help Aiden if he stays healthy. I mean, well, I hear you, bro. Here's the question that I have for you. Why should we have to do this? He should be able, if he can stay healthy. If you've got a good car, your car is working just fine. It's working. It's what you need it to be. Why do you have to go get something you're uncertain about? That's what I'm saying. You got a certainty here for a what if there. That's what this whole conversation is about. Kiera says, I'm looking to see how Muhammad does in a full season with his defense. He looked pretty good for a guy that added to the practice squad, elevated late in the season. I agree. I'm not trying to take anything away from these guys. I would love for them to shine. But the reality is we are at a moment where we need to go over the top. Can these guys take us over the top? The past 2 seasons, we had to rely on the offense. If the Lions don't have a top 10 defense, they probably will not win the Super Bowl. A pass rush can help you get a top 10 defense. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. It's going to be very, very difficult for the Lions to win a Super Bowl without that. You know what? That's a good stat to look up. Has any team won the Super Bowl with the defense that was outside of the top 10? I feel like I should be on the Rich Eisen show. I think 2 of those 4 are not returning. Okay. Speak life. I'm not being inconsistent. I'm not being inconsistent. I said he should get his money is what I said. I said he should get his money. Okay, come on, dog. Take your foot out of wherever it is. I said he should get his money. If I said he should break the bank, I misspoke. On my other video, I said he should. See, now you got me confused. He should get his money. That's what I said. Speak Life, let me see. They got so much faith in Davenport. Once he's going down, then what? Jay Hustle, I don't know. Holmes is banking on both Hutch and Davenport coming off injuries, and we are lying on both of them to play well. I think it happened a couple times in history. You have to remember, Khalif, Alex, and Reader all coming off the books next year. There's no reason we can't give Smith $10 million this year. But Kenzie, I'm with you, bro. We got money this year. We have money this year. We got $51 million. Like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? But you know what? We out of time. We out of time. We gonna see in a couple of days. Speaking of a couple of days, I may have an extra ticket. I'm not certain yet. I may have an extra ticket. As a matter of fact, the tickets are still available at this moment. Let me check my email, make sure they're not gone. Okay, they haven't been sold yet. I got my license plate today, so I'm going to wind up getting the tickets today. Oh, well, then if it costs us, if you want to get him this money, they have to take us over the top. I don't want the Lions to become the Bills, Ravens each season. I want dynasty status. Here, I can't believe you said dynasty. I can't believe you said the word dynasty. I'm actually kind of shook by that. LOL Holmes always bank on players coming off injury. What's new? Yeah, but you know what money is already set aside for players we want to keep for the long haul. Just to clarify, Derek, I'm a huge fan of yours. Don't take it personal. Oh, speak of life. Nothing about this is personal, bro. This is all, we don't know each other, right? We're not going to get personal over a team. We like to have fun, man. This is how I entertain. You know, I could be like, dry eyes and blah, blah, blah. And I know everything. Nothing about this is personal, man. We're not going, nothing about this is personal. At this point, let me see. Giants 2011 Giants had the 25th best defense, and they beat Brady again, but that was an outlier season. Okay, that's a good stat, Pat. That's a good stat, bro. That's good to know. The 2011 Giants had the 25th best defense. That was the year no, that wasn't. 2007 was the Randy Moss year, right? The undefeated. Yeah. You're right. That was an outlier. Let me see. At this point, just through Carl Lawson, Carl Lawson, $5 to $6 million. Bro, I would love that. I literally would take almost anything. Like, outside of, give me somebody established who has been on a 53-man roster, who has made some sort of impact before. That's all I'm outside of Marcus Davenport. That's all I'm asking. I just want us to win the bowl. I don't care if we win 6 for the next 5 years. All right, so I got a question for you. Hutch should make 41 to 45. He don't need to make more than Micah. The contract is ridiculous. 10, no, we were talking about Za'Darius and how Dan pretty much shut the door on that. But I'm wondering, the Lions have, Aleem McNeil signed before the season started, right? So Aiden Hutchinson has today, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to sign a contract. He got 4 days. I don't think he does it during the season. If he wins Comeback Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, sack leader, if he wins 2 of those 3, he going to be the highest paid. He should get $50 million. Watch what I tell you. What up, Skill? What up, Doe? Yeah, who's going to Green Bay Sunday? Anybody going? I can agree with your last statement. They didn't have Strahan and the bro with missing fingers. Oh, didn't they have? Oh, JPP? I don't know. Yes, they did. Yeah, because JPP got that Super Bowl and then the one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 100%. So I don't know, y'all. I just this is the year, like, we need to win. That's it. That is it. Anybody got any questions or anything like that? So we can get some segments. Zadarius Smith actually wanted to be, because I don't think too much information has come out. But we can do this one. So the Detroit Lions still have to sign Aiden Hutchinson. If he didn't get hurt, I believe that he would have probably been the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Micah Parsons just made history after Myles Garrett made history, and I think that Aiden Hutchinson has the potential to do just that. I'm wondering, and I hate to I don't want to sound like I'm glorifying this, but Hutch gets hurt in a year that he probably would have been extended after. Don't forget that Penei Sewell was extended after year 3. Hutch was probably gonna be a similar path. Hutch gets hurt, season over. As of right now, 4 days before the start of the Detroit Lions season, Hutch has not signed an extension. I don't think it happens during the NFL season for a lot of reasons. I think Hutch is going to say, him and his camp is going to say, ball out, kill it, overtake Micah Parsons. And that's what I want to have a conversation with y'all about. I believe that Aiden Hutchinson is capable of doing it. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get the bag. And it's almost a good thing. I don't want to sound morbid or like I'm glad he got injured, but it might turn out to be a good thing. If Hutch would have not been injured, he would have signed a deal. It probably would have been high 30s. Now, after that, you've got Myles Garrett, you've got Max Crosby, you've got TJ Watt, who lasted for 2 seconds, Micah Parsons. Next up is Aiden Hutchinson. There's no doubt about it. he is next up. If I'm him in this camp, I wait. And I have a prediction that if he wins Comeback Player of the Year, he wins Defensive Player of the Year, or he leads the league in sacks, if he gets 2 of those 3, maybe even 1, he's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Are you ready for the Detroit Lions to do that? Do you think that he's going to do that? Maybe Brad made a mistake by not signing him. I want to know, why didn't he extend him? Because Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid running back in the National Football League this time next year. There's no doubt about it. One of these people, Laporta, Branch, Campbell, or J-Mo, will not be a Detroit Lion, if not 2 of those people. Y'all ready to, I don't know which one, put in the comment section, which 1 to 2 of those 4 individuals would you be ready to move one from? Aiden Hutchinson, I believe, is going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. I think he's but you got to remember, all he needs is 47.1. So he don't need 50, 55. All he needs is 47.1, and he will make that happen. I think he's going to do that. I think Brad made a mistake because if you recall, Aiden had his best season coming off the last time he was hurt, when he was in college. Aiden is a monster. He is a werewolf. I think his name that they're giving him is the wolf or werewolf or something like that from training camp. So what do you think? As far as the people not coming back, Raw Detroit says Laporta. A lot of people have been saying Laporta. I think it's really between Laporta, and it seems like it's Branch, although I think it's going to be Campbell. I think Campbell is the first one out, even though we're probably going to lose as Alex Anzalone. Speaking of Alex Anzalone, I don't know about y'all, but Brad Holmes made it seem like there is a possibility that they keep him at the end of the year. Let me see. The one says, I think Brad lets 3 of them walk. Okay, what 3 would you say? Speak Life says Laporta or J-Mo, so not and J-Mo, but no shot they lose Jack Campbell. Wolverine, that's what it is. Let me see. I don't think we should let Branch go. Jack Campbell is the captain of the defense. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, though, Play. We're not talking, he's going into year 3. So you're not talking about this year, next year, the year after that. We're talking about guys tend to be extended. If you're that guy, you get extended after year 3, right? Amon-Ra St. Brown, year 3 of his 4-year deal. Panay Sewell, which Hutchinson was in line for that if he wouldn't have got hurt. But I wonder if he's thinking, him and his camp are saying, hey, I get hurt. The Lions, he will not, I don't believe he's going to be signed by Saturday night. And no player really is going to negotiate during the season because they are focused on the season. But after this year, if Hutch comes out and he walking across the ESPY stage and he winning Comeback Player of the Year, he winning Sack Leader of the Year, he winning Defensive Player of the Year, he going to get the bag. I think he's going to get the bag anyway. It's only going to get worse for Brad Holmes. And if you're going to pay him, you're talking about void years to probably the middle of 2030 at this point. Dern in the building says probably trades J-Mo since you'll be able to get a lot for him during the next offseason. That's going to be something. Laporta is the one that could go. He hasn't had the same burst since he got injured in the last regular season game of his rookie season. I mean, he still performed last year, though. He still performed. Let me see. Derek, how do you feel about, I'll come back to that. So let me know what you think. I think that Aiden is going to wait it out. I think he's going to ball out. I don't know what my prediction is. Let me see. He had 9.5 sacks this rookie season. He had 11.5 year 2. He had 7. He was on pace to have like 22, 23 sacks. So I'm going to say what led the league in 2024 in sacks was 17.5. Typically, it takes like the low 20s to do that. I'm going to say that Aiden will get 18 sacks. He'll get 18 sacks in 2025, and he will be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL this time next year. Because if you look at the edge rushers, I don't know how many in between now and Aiden being up, for that, get that extension, because Aiden going into year 4, this is year 4, doesn't look like he's going to sign this deal. So now we're talking about year 5, and then the new money will probably start the year after that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I think Aiden is going to have 18 plus sacks for 2025. No, it's good, Fave. It's good, bro. It's good. That's my bad for looking down. Okay, what did you say? You said, Derek, how do you feel about the Grant Stewart hype? They made him a captain. I saw that, bro. I wanted to make a video about that. Grant Stewart is a captain. As a matter of fact, let me bring in, shout out to Braylon. You know what? Why is it not? Okay, escape. Let me go here. If you guys want to send me anything, my Twitter DMs should be always open. I think you got to follow me or something like that. All right. So let's bring, they got a video? They got a whole video, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, let me pull this up. I saw that fool flying around, man. I don't think I got him. Stupid gnat. All right, let me pull this over here, because I needed one more. Let me pull up this. Josh Pascal can walk. Oh, Josh Pascal better walk. Here, I think they're gonna re-sign Levi. It seems like anytime you get hurt, they re-sign you. All right, let's see. Why would they let Dan Campbell walk? He's the best we have. So, Dern, what we're talking about is when the fact that Aiden still needs to be paid, the fact that Jahmyr Gibbs will be paid. And if you got to choose, you got Jahmyr, obviously, Jahmyr and Aiden not going anywhere. So the people that's left, you got J-Mo, Laporta, Branch, and Campbell. I don't think the Lions can sign all of them. That's just what I was saying. Pascal was so booty last. He bet not re-sign Levi. Hey, ones, that's what he does. That's what he does, bro. Stewart ain't as good as Campbell, but no. So Campbell is no relation to Stewart. All right. The Detroit Lions named their team captains a few days ago, and I was actually shocked by who made the list. There's some names that we see on there that we expected to be in there, and then there's one guy. There's one guy that kind of, I think the Lions picked this guy up sometime last season. I remember his name being a thing last season. Just missed him anyway. And now we saw him in the preseason. The first impact he made was fumbling the football in the Hall of Fame game. But we gotta talk about this, man. The team captains: Jared Goff, Penei Sewell, Aiden Hutchinson, Alex Anzalone, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Grant Stewart with the Lions main. Crazy. Grant Stewart came out of nowhere and earned team captain, probably the special teams captain. What do y'all feel about that? I think that this is awesome. This guy plays like his literal hair is on fire. That's why it's kind of cool that it's, I guess, a variation of red, because he plays like his hair is on fire. Pleasantly surprised by what I saw. I think he came from the Indianapolis Colts, if I'm not mistaken. He spent some time over there. But your 2025 captains, and the only name that's surprising on this list is Grant Stewart, who went from, we picked him up, and now a team captain, man. I mean, fumbled that football away, got to hold onto the ball a little more. I'm very curious to know what is he going to be returning any kicks and such during the NFL season. But I like this. I do like this. Patrick says Grant deserved it. Stewart did deserve it. Okay, so Dern says, I disagree. You keep Campbell and Stewart. You let Anzalone go. Okay, talking about, can we keep all of those guys? Well, see, I don't know, Dern, because you're talking about first round picks of, you've got a lot of people to pay. So Anzalone, he's probably going to be gone next year, but I'm talking about a little beyond that. Let me see. Let that experiment in, but he did ball out in the preseason. Dude was everywhere. He was fumbling and then causing fumbles. It's crazy. Everywhere you looked, Grant Stewart was in on the play. I mean, if you've earned team captain, and you just got here, like that's a big deal. That's a bit, but from the looks of it, from even a little bit I saw at camp, like he was everywhere. And you saw it in the preseason. Grant Stewart was everywhere. So I'm impressed by the guy. Now I'm ready to see him because I don't think we saw a ton of. I want to say he spent a little bit of time on our team last year. I could be mistaken, but I want to see what he looks like in a regular season game. I want to see how many snaps he's going to get. He's probably going to play the same way, but he's one of them people that you pick up. Like, you don't expect a ton, but then he comes out and just blows your mind. So shout out to Grant Stewart, man, for making team captain. I'm excited. We get to see him on Sunday, which is just in 4 days from the making of this video. We get to see our Detroit Lions on another quest for their first Super Bowl trophy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, let me pull this back, do this, and see how long we've been on. All right, let me see if I got any updates for y'all. All right, so I got a few updates for y'all, man. We will be streaming tomorrow on the Gridiron Blitz. If you guys want to kick off the NFL season, we'll be over there. Hopefully, man, the NFL doesn't block us. I mean, NFL been on some stuff. They've been on some stuff lately, man. They kind of start shadow banning some creators, hiding us from subscribers and taking us out of your feed. It was kind of pathetic, but that's happened over the last couple of years to me at least, and there's other creators that I've talked to that this happened to. So we're gonna get back into that. Probably do Sunday night if we're available, Monday night and Thursday night. But I do plan to be going to a lot of these games. I will be at the game on Sunday. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, y'all. Like, I don't know. I've never driven like 7 hours and then stopped and then come back. I did look at some Airbnbs. They're insane. This would be when it'd be cool. Like if I knew Tom Grassi, if we was cool, like, what up, Tom? What's going on, man? Let me crash in the new pad, bro. You ain't that far. That would be cool. So it looks like what I'll probably do is I'll leave. And if I get tired, like I'll pull over. I'll just pull over, you know what I'm saying? Get a little refresher and get back on the road. Baltimore, man, I don't know. My wife got me a little afraid, right? I want to be like the wretched. If you ever seen the Cosby Show, like shout out to the Cosby Show. We ain't talking about Bill Cosby, but the Cosby Show. We talking about Cliff Huxtable, not Bill Cosby. It was an episode. Everybody knows it, where Vanessa goes to the wretched. She goes to see the wretched in Baltimore, all the way down to Baltimore to have big fun with the wretched. And what happens? Not only do they get conned out of their tickets, they get their like car stolen all the way in Baltimore. So I'm like, should I go to Baltimore, man? I don't know. Ansa says, you need a ride to Green Bay. I got you, D. Oh, what? You going, bro? You going, bro? I would do that, man. I would. I was thinking about that. Like, yo, is anybody going? I'll be there, bro. But, you know, I might have to pull over a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I might have to swing past that rest stop, and I don't want to put that on nobody. I don't want to put that on nobody, bro. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Just got my tickets, bro. You ready? That's what's up. Let's go. Hey, I talked to you off air, Dave. Take a nap at a truck stop or get an energy drink. Fave, it'd have to be both. Give me a bunch of Celsius and stuff like that. So, yeah, buddy, I'm going to be ready to go. I'm flying to Baltimore. I drove last time. Hey, bro, so listen. I think I changed my mind. I think I'm going to fly to, I'm like, Green Bay is it. And then I got to turn around. I think I'm going to drive to Cincinnati, obviously, fly to Baltimore, fly to Kansas City, and I'll just get an Uber or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if that Airbnb I stayed in is still available. I would love to stay in a hotel where all the other Lions fans are, but yeah, then I'll need like a ride to the stadium, so we'll see. I'm used to driving 10 hours straight. Answer, you're talking, okay, what time are you leaving, bro? How long is the drive, and what time are you leaving? Yeah, so Fave, I am doing vlogs. I was gonna buy the DJI 3 Osmo Pocket, but I'm like, yo, I can't. That thing is $1,000. I don't even know how these vlogs are gonna do. So I'm taking my old reliable GoPro, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you can take selfie sticks in the stadium though. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the little GoPro, man, and do my thing. Braylon says, Answer, you must be a truck driver or something, 10 hours. I bet that'll be cool watching you travel to all the cities. Well, you know what? I've been wanting to do it. The only reason I really haven't done it is because, like, it's too easy. Him and Katie go, but Katie's like his cameraman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a cameraman, so I have to do everything. Then I gotta edit the footage along with make videos. So we'll see if they do well. What I think I might do is next year hire an editor, send them the footage, put it together, you know, and have them upload it. Okay, check DMs. Okay, B, I'll do that. Let me see what's happening. Dog. Wait a minute, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. I said, oh no. What? Oh, to the no. Oh, to the no. Oh no. What? Bruh. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Yo, no way. I said, hold on, dog. You mean to tell me we couldn't go get Jake Fromm? To the no. Hecky no. No way. I said, oh no. Dang. Breaking news, man. The Lions had QBs Nathan Peterman and CJ Beathard for tryouts today. Wow. Hey, Answer, I'll hook up with you, bro. All right, so Answer, are you like staying anywhere or are you going and coming right back? Didn't that dude throw like say? Aaron, what did you miss about Big Z? Basically, Dan Campbell said that they were, quote, good, and it doesn't look like he's coming back. But I made a video about that. Wow. Now, I mean, granted. I mean, I would probably be better than these two. That's crazy. You mean to tell me, well, you know what? If you look at the list is trash. I mean, Bryce Perkins is out there. Go get him. Bryce Perkins better than both these guys. Going and coming. Okay, so you doing what time are you getting there? Are you tailgating stuff like that and you coming right? Because that's what I think I'm going to do. And the Lions are looking for tryouts for DN. Yo, I'm going to rewatch the show anyway. All right. Woo-wee. Wow, that woke me up. That snapped me out. Holy smokes. Wow. All right, y'all. Man, oh, man. Okay, Dave, hey, for real. I'm going to hook up with you, bro. Yeah. Anybody? Let's go. And if you need a ticket, let me know. All right. Okay. I will see y'all on, soon. That's crazy, bro. I can't even. Wow. I got to make a video about that. That's crazy. All right, y'all. See you Friday.
Off the neighbors, whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City when we get back on the feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City when we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City when we get back on our feet. Yeah.